good evening and welcome. We're super excited to have the next installment of our Power of Stories, and sharing their stories tonight are going to be Gaby Steiner, Ajay Mangal and Mariana Kalkman. And we hope to provide some inspiration and information and some insight into what it takes to get started with Lifeplus and what Lifeplus means to so many great people. So without any further ado, it gives me great pleasure to welcome our first guest to our screen, and that's Gaby Steiner. Welcome, Gaby. How are you? How are you doing this evening?
Fine, thank you very much, and thank you for the invitation. I'm happy. I'm always the first because I think I was one of the first who started in 1999 with Lifeplus in Germany. So I was 8 years single mother, and I met the branch network marketing 1993. But it was a direct selling company, and I loved the system, but it was hard because they had a big we had a big front loading, so we have to buy a lot of products. And of course, if you buy this, then you need to sell. Otherwise, you need a big garage or a big a big purse. So when I met in 1999 Lifeplus, I was really happy about the system, about everything, about, of course, the products, and I was also happy about the compensation plan, what I saw so far. And I started, and I was so really excited about this big chance. And I talked to all my friends. They don't want to sell, and everyone wants to join. So I worked hard. I have to say, the first some years, I did not have any holiday. So because I worked really hard, everyone wants to work, everyone wants to join the system, and everyone wants to know about it. So I explained, and we started. We have no idea how it goes, but there is nothing very complicated. It's just you use something what you like, and you have a system what is easy, what you want to recommend to your friends. So we did this, and so we get really very, very quick successful, thank God. And
I
I
have to say,
remember,
Gaby, if I can, Gaby, I have to say that you still work very hard right
of
now,
course, of
and
course.
you're a great inspiration to many people. But the difference is you enjoy what you do. And if you love what you do, it's not like working, right?
That's absolute. So I would say I don't work hard. I worked a lot of hours. So it was
Right.
a lot of hours because everyone wants to know when there is someone who you need help, or someone who need help. I want to help, and that's what I did. And so
Right.
I remember we are very quick successful, and then we moved to Mallorca in 2002. That was after 3 years. And I remember the day when I met Ajay, because we met on Mallorca, and I never forget this because, of course, he's a very special person. But I remember because we went out with the boat, and Ajay was so seasick. So his partners, his friends there with him, they just used and enjoyed the sea. But Ajay was just lying in the boat, so to say, please don't touch, don't talk to me, let me just alone. So that's why or how I met him. And the last years, so we have more meetings, and I really really appreciate what you did, Ajay. And I remember the first recognition events when your Surinamese friends came with these colorful, beautiful dresses. It was just a picture, and I love this picture that we have an international business. And it was very visible when your team started. So I want to introduce you, and we love to hear your story, Ajay.
Yes, yes, yeah. Thank you, Gabi, and thank you, Malcolm, for the invitation, and for everybody in this call that wants to be inspired and get some more information what this beautiful concept can mean for you. Um, yeah, what do you want me to share, Malcolm?
I'd love to hear how you got started with Life Plus, where you're from, and what was your profession before Life Plus, and even during the early days in Life Plus. Because as Gaby talked about there, when she first met Life Plus, it starts as an additional income, and it's very low risk to get started. And so a lot of people start off in that way, slowly with an additional income, taking the products and then through focused hard work, it starts to evolve, or it can evolve. So how did you get started, and when was that, and what were you doing before Lifeplus?
Yes, yes, thank you. As Gabi explained just now so wonderfully, the boat was just a little bit later on in my starting point, and amazing to have learned a lot from Gabi also and my own upline, Andy Miller, in all those years. Um, the thing was for me, I started in 2012, and in 2012, I was already for 10 years, I was a breathing techniques and meditation trainer. I'm teaching that for 23 years. Um, but in life, we always get hurdles. We always get obstacles in life. And for me, there was always a desire to live a life where I could live life on my own terms. But um, I somehow didn't have the guts to create that. And at that time, I was working hard also for a non-profit organization, 60 to 80 hours a week, with the ideal to create a stress-free society, a stress-free life. But on the other side, because I was suppressing this thing on the inside, I was getting stressed. So what happened was I was working hard. I'm a father. We have 3 children right now. I'm married with my wife Eva, and at one point in time, I got into a conflict because we couldn't go on a holiday. We couldn't live for us a normal life. And I got into a conflict with that moment in time, one of the employer, who at that moment in time was one of my best friends. And that conflict escalated. And that led to me getting fired on the 4th of April, which is my wedding day, actually. So that was harsh. And I don't know, many people have experienced this, that they went through harsh times, but it always opens doors, right? And my wife, I was fired. My wife resigned from her job. And then the company went bankrupt. And then we were living from 25 euros a week. That's what we had to buy groceries from. So for me, additional income is very, so the desire to create something for myself. And at that time, Andy Muller just took up the phone, called me up, asked, "Wie geht's?" No, he said, "How are you?" And I said, "It was not so good." And then he said, "What's going on in your life?" I explained him this story, and he said to me, "But maybe I have something for you. And maybe, the people now, maybe they're new. Maybe somebody invited you to take a look." For me, it was taking that look really, truly transformed my whole life, finding Lifeplus 12 years back. He presented me with products, and I said, well, you know what? I can try it out, see if it works. It worked for me. On the other side, I gained more energy. So I didn't have to reinvent the wheel, which is very important for me at that time because I was coming from an insecure spot. And long story short, I took his mentorship. We went on a joyride. It went with ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. In the Netherlands, I was the first to start in the Netherlands, and we have created a magical journey where I've learned a lot, met beautiful new people like Gabi, like other people who are successful, like you, but also met a company with values, and that stuck with me,
Right.
and a company that's also looking for the long term with vision, and not only from the business perspective, but also moving from intrinsic motivation to do good.
Yeah.
And that gave me a good feeling, and then I started,
That's
and
great.
then I
So,
just
so let
followed
me
the
just
simple
let me just jump in there if I may. Let me just jump in there if I may,
Sure,
do
sure.
Ajay, because we'll come back to some of those points that you made. But it sounds to me like you were in a hard place back in 2012,
Yeah.
and what your sponsor, in other words, your mentor Andy Muller, recommended to you was an opportunity to earn some additional income with a very low risk and no significant investment. Is that no buying and reselling? And that's really what got you, right?
True. True, that got me, and also that he gave me a strategy in which I could basically get my products refunded in the first month. And
Right.
then I thought, wow, if that's possible,
Well,
why not?
yeah,
Not everybody will be able to do it, but
yeah.
I didn't
So
need to
we're
reinvent the
just to
wheel.
Yeah, let me just clarify that a little bit because it's you can earn a commission or equal to potentially equal to or more than the cost of the products you bought the previous month. So you don't get a refund. You get a refund
Exactly. Yes, sorry.
if you invoke our 30-day money back guarantee, but that's a different story. So
No, you're completely right. That's what I meant. I said it differently. But you're completely right. But the thing is, the most important thing is if I look back, I thought I want this, but inside I was thinking, will I be able to do this? And does it
right,
work for other people? And
right,
I saw that it worked for others, but then the question was, does it work for me?
right.
Can it work for me? And then he
Yeah.
provided mentorship, and then we went on, and then I mean, I worked hard also. Like Gabi said, I worked hard, and I'm grateful for my whole team. You know, we
Right.
are an amazing team, living life on our terms as
Right.
we want to live life, and that's also a
Well,
possibility
that's great. We're all
that also
we're all very happy
touched
for
us.
you because I'm sitting in cold, wet England right now while you're in Portugal. So anyway, anyway, great. Listen, I'm going to bring out our next guest now. I'd like to welcome Mariana Kalkman, who is a team member of Ajay's and also of Gabi's in the way that it's structured. So welcome to the call, Mariana. And how are you? And how did you get started with Lifeplus? And what was your profession before Lifeplus?
Thank you for having me. It's a great honor. My name is Mariana Kalkman, and I started 4 years ago. It was during the COVID period, and I was sitting on the couch every night. I had no energy and I had no income because in daily life I have a toddler dancing school. I dance with children of 2 and 3 years old. And during the COVID period, I couldn't dance, so I had no income. Every night I was scrolling on Facebook because I had nothing to do. I was scrolling on Facebook, and one night I saw a post of Crystal, and now she is my sponsor and my friend. I saw a post, and she was writing about some powder with a lot of vitamins. And I thought, oh, I want that. So I sent her a message and I said, oh, give me that jar of powder with the vitamins. I think I need it. But I also said, but I don't want to do anything extra with it. No, it's okay, she said, just try this. And I tried it because I said to her, I don't want to do anything extra with it because I knew there was an opportunity. But I had already tried that before with some other companies. I tried the product, and after a few days, I thought, okay, well, I love the product. I saw the vision of Lifeplus and I felt it also already. So I am a person who sees opportunities, and I joined a Zoom, an online Zoom call, because during that period everything was online. And when I came in this Zoom, I saw Ajay and a lot of other people, and it felt like I don't know if you say it like this in English, but it felt like a warm bath. I don't know
We
if
could say
they,
that.
the
Warm and
people,
fuzzy warm bath, yeah.
yeah, the people were kind and helpful. So I decided to give network marketing the last shot for me. And I said to my sponsor and my upline, okay, what do I have to do? Just tell me. And I gave it all my energy, my time, hard work. And I had a lot of time because I was at home. And I started working. So I was happy the whole year, and it was going well. And I met a lot of new people. And I was relaxed also at the same time. But then there came the invitation of Life Plus to uh, to the diamond trip. And then I had a problem because I had a great fear. of flying. And I live in the Netherlands, and you cannot go to Mexico, where the diamond trip was, by car. Every holiday, I had my holiday by driving in the car, but I couldn't go to Mexico with my car. So I decided to get on the airplane. I did everything to face my fear, and I got in the airplane. And that made that from that moment, I think it was 3 years ago, since then I took a lot of airplanes. I traveled a lot with my children, with my husband, and I don't think I've ever could have done that if I didn't have the invitation of Lifeplus to come and connect with you and with everybody in Mexico.
That's great. That's great. That's wonderful. And it really is you touch on that sense of community. Number one, you earn the diamond trip by doing what you're building your team, but then to have the courage to overcome your fears or be afraid. What was the phrase you use? Be afraid and do it anyway. Is that what you say?
Feel the fear. I felt it really. Feel the fear, but do it anyway.
Yeah, great. Yeah, you mentioned there, Mariana, and we've talked over the years in Germany, especially. We talk about the 3G concept, Gabi. We talk about Geld, Gesundheit, and Gemeinschaft. So first of all, products, and then the concept, and then this sense of community. And one of the big advantages, one of the things that makes Lifeplus a different kind of network or a different kind of company, full stop, is our focus on great quality products. We want products that people notice the difference with. Our concept, which is low risk, as you all touched on, there's no investment, but then also this sense of community, the Gemeinschaft element, where everybody supports one another. Gabi, just on those 3 points, which would you highlight as being a significant advantage for you in terms of product quality or the concept or the community?
That is an interesting question. I would say the most people come over the product door, but some came over the business door. But at the end, all love the Gemeinschaft, the community, because to have this community is just something what makes us strong. We are special. And I see always that people, when they see, how they treat each other, they're so special Stimmung, mood, what do you say? I don't know.
Energy. Or, yeah.
Exactly. And I know when the people join our meetings, they say, I don't know what they do, but I want to do that. I want to be a part of this community. And this is, I can tell you, after 26 years now, I'm really, really proud about the people here. And we are special. Not everyone match. So Bob Lemon said, birds from a feather flock together. And this is why we love it so much, because wherever we are, wherever we meet some people, we are immediately love each other. Is it true?
Right.
So it's no one.
Yeah, I think so, and I think it comes from that supportive environment that people are successful if they work together, and teams, sidelines work with sidelines, and everybody recognizes that there's Team Lifeplus working together, and that everybody can achieve more as one team.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How Ajay, how does this concept of community feel for new people? Do they instantly take to it, or what makes it different? Is it events? Is it, what is it for you?
I think what Gabi touched upon and what Marianne just said also, I think it's a special energy. I cannot explain it properly, but throughout the years I've seen many people come and go, but the ones that stick somehow, not only in our team, but if I meet other people on the diamond trip, for instance, we somehow have the same gross view in life. we all are people from the heart. We want to give, we want to share, we want to do good, and live an authentic life, be your best self. These things come across in all the teams. And I think what Gabi just says, birds from a what was it again? Birds
Birds
from
From a
birds of a
feather
feather flock together.
birds
That's
from a
for
feather
Clemens.
flock.
Oh, it's nice.
Yes, yes. I think that's true, that's my experience. That's also, I think, a lot of people's experience. And people say that. I mean, Marianne and Crystal, I just asked the question at one point. They said it too at one point. It feels different. And I was just curious, but at one point I just asked, but what is different here in comparison to the others?
Right.
And
Well,
then I think, yeah, maybe you can say.
can I say something to that,
Yeah.
Ajay?
Yes, please.
I can feel it in the teams, like you say, but I felt it also with a bronze visit or when you go to America for LPU. When you visit the, how do you say it, fabric? No,
Yeah, the company.
Factory.
Well,
the
you
factory.
go to LPU
Yeah.
and go to
You feel and you see how people care, and they have a certain passion. They have pride. So not only in the teams, but also the people on customer
True.
service who work in the factory. Everybody has that energy, that glow. That
people.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Putting people first is very important, whether they're
Yeah.
inside or outside, and that's why I think person to person works really well, and I think speaking from the heart works really well. I think that's really significant, and why our events are so important to us as well, because it's our way of getting across that Life Plus difference. So we're looking forward to our event in Barcelona this coming weekend. And then we've got events in Winterthur, Stuttgart, and Munich in April. And then we're heading to the Netherlands in October, as well as 2 towns in northern Germany as well. So that's really important. We're looking forward to our first visits in a formal capacity in Spain and the Netherlands during 2025. So, Mariana, you talked about visiting the factory, the Fabrique, in Batesville, where we make many of our own products. You also talked earlier on about a tub full of vitamins daily. I guess that was daily, which we can officially call a nutritional powerhouse. It's
Yes.
literally good for us from top to toe. I'm reliably informed, and so so. Again, as Gabi said, one of our differences, as you all said, is our sense of community. But people come in with the products. We're passionate about creating the very best products where people notice a difference where they take them. And I think that's where your experience with Daily comes in, and all of our products, right? Just how important to you is our manufacturing our own products and our quality and our focus on making the very best we can.
Well, I was already happy building within Lifeplus, but visiting the factory and to see the people who care and working with that passion and pride, it gave me confidence. Is that right to say? It gave me confidence because we uh, we get it delivered on our doorstep, but we don't see how it's been made. And if you can see it with your own eyes and feel again the energy, then it gave me 100% trust and confidence.
Right. Good. And I know
The daily is still my favorite.
yeah, that's great. How do you take your daily, by the way?
First, I took it normal,
Just
with
water?
water and 2 scoops. But now I always add some triple protein shake for the taste, but also that I can take some extra protein.
Extra protein. Nice. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And Gabi, you talked earlier on about coming from another direct selling business, and we talk often about the fact that Lifeplus is low risk and there's no, Lifeplus takes care of all of the logistics and all the taking orders and shipping product, right? So how important is that element to the teams, do you think, to a new starter?
I think this is very important because everyone can concentrate on talking to friends. So we don't have to do all the things what they are normal if you open a shop or something. So I think one of the biggest benefits is that you can start with Lifeplus as a side shop, as a second shop, and start in your speed. Maybe you can work 1 hour. Or I think the most work is talking to friends. That's anyway no special work, but of course, if you have then if you talk to their friends, what is the job? Then
Right.
maybe you need to spend some time to explain at the beginning. But I think if you explain and you educate the people really well, so they can do it self-employed. So then it's just maybe it takes a little more time, but then they can do it, and you are free and can talk to the next and can educate the next. So
Yeah, I
think
guess
this
that's
is a
one of the
wonderful
toughest.
opportunity. It matches in your life. It
Right.
fits in your life.
Yeah. And when I started with Lifeplus back in 2000, so this is my 25th year with Lifeplus as well. So I'm catching you up, Gabby. But
Never.
the,
You're always 1 year behind me.
I'll always be 1 year behind you. But
One.
yeah, the founders said to me, or Robert Christian said to me, and Bill Evans at the time, Malcolm, your job is very simple. Take orders, ship product, pay commissions on time. And so because we're taking care of, and last month was a crazy month, a lot of everybody seemed to be starting the year wanting to support their wellness, which is great, or earn an additional income, which is great. I know your teams have all done well. But Lifeplus has, with our warehouse in the Netherlands, our manufacturing in Arkansas, and our contact center in the UK, as well as Batesville and shipping from Batesville as well, we're taking care of all of the heavy lifting or the hard work, the taking order, shipping product for you and your teams. And I think that's sometimes difficult for a new starter to get their head around, isn't it, Gabby? How do you
Absolutely.
get over that for somebody who's new to get their head around a referral concept?
Just talk, and we have some Zooms, so we take them to meetings, but it's really hard. Sometimes the Germans want to have something complicated, and Lifeplus is so simple, so it needs time. They understand that it don't need to be that complicated.
Right.
So it's easy. It's sometimes too easy, and some people say it cannot be. If this is so easy, why not everyone do it?
Right.
It's the same question I have. I never can explain, because
we have the same in Great Britain. We say we're a nation of shopkeepers. So people understand the concept of buying some stuff and reselling it, but that's hard work. It takes investment. And even if you...
I think the biggest difference is if you buy and sell, your job ends when you sold it.
Right.
Then you have earned money. We are in a position we have to offer a very valuable thing. And I think one of the benefits is also that you can choose with whom you want to work. And that was my friends, my family. I don't want to talk to someone who I did not know. So I think this is one of the biggest benefits.
Yeah, agreed. And I also think, right now, right today, when people are looking at other income opportunities such as drop shipping or affiliate programs, if you have even have a website made for your own business, it can cost you a lot of money. Whereas if people buy products from Lifeplus and become a member, they get a free website and their own web shop, their own online shop, which is great. So
absolutely great.
Yeah. So that's really cool. We're getting into some deep stuff here, but I'm going to move on to your top tips. Actually, Ajay, what would your top tip for a starter, somebody who's just getting started with Lifeplus be? What would you say to them? What would be? Let's say you were talking to yourself back in 2012. What advice would you give yourself?
Now just relax. I would say just relax. Now looking back, I was not relaxed at that time, but looking back, relax. I think everybody is equipped with whatever you need to make the next step. So you will have the right people around you. You have mentorship. You've got the company. You've got the products that are going to be delivered to everybody's doorstep. You got the 30-day money back guarantee. Everything is there, but you need to put in some extra ingredient, and that's you. So there's only one variable. There are successful people and there are people who are not successful. And that doesn't matter. Everybody got the same opportunity. The system works, the company works, the products work, the business plan works. But the only thing that makes it work is the one that starts with it. And to start with it, it started with a decision. So getting a very clear picture of what is it that you truly want to achieve in your life. Setting a goal. Where do you want to be in 1 year? Don't go skinny dipping. I would say. Just decide, do you want to do this? Yes. And throughout the year, I would say set the goal for a year and just go in, and you will sometimes be fully in it and then a little bit less. But the community and the mentorship is there also to support you in your low times, in your times of struggle, in your times that you feel hardship, or you're thinking, I cannot do this, or some people are racing there and you think, oh my God, I will never make it. Everybody will make it. I love the sentence. Every master was once a disaster. So we have to grow through this. That's something very important. Have enthusiasm. I think that's also important. And a practical tip would be, if you look what Gabi said through the friends or the people that you know, I think nowadays everybody wants to feel good, but not a lot feel good. So if you know why they want to feel good, offer that. Offer something through which they can feel good. And if they're looking for additional income, offer that. I think that's important. Offering that thing that they are looking for. And we now, if people are looking now, I started 12 years back. Marianne started 4 years back. Malcolm started 20 plus years back. Gabi, 1 year even more. But I truly feel we are needed now. We're just at the beginning, and it's time to create a wave of happiness, health, and wealth throughout the world because the world is changing, and we need to adapt and to do this together.
Thank you very much, Ajay. That's brilliant. You had me at don't go skinny dipping. Whatever that means, don't go skinny dipping. You got me.
You don't want to see me skinny dipping. I
Whatever you
understand.
do, don't go skinny dipping. After that, I lost concentration.
I'm in tiptoeing, actually. I'm in tiptoeing. I realize now.
Yeah, that was great. No,
I Googled it already.
Great.
I know what it means because I thought I have another understanding, but
yeah, skinny dipping means going swimming naked in my world.
I'm sorry.
And I'm not stopping that. Maybe in winter I'm not doing that, but
that's what I saw. That's why I just looked at Google.
Had to check it up. Maybe it means, you know what these Dutch people are like. It could be anything, right? Mariana, so what would your I mean, you joined in exceptional times during COVID stuff, and so you really had a flame burning under you to earn some income by the sounds of it, and so what tip would you give to people now? What advice would you give?
Yeah, I always say two things. But what I already said, feel the fear and do it anyway. I think everybody has fears. I had the fear to get on an airplane, but maybe you have a fear of rejection or talking to people or, well, whatever it is, a fear is in your mind. And if you can turn it around and let the fear go, then you can grow. So feel the fear, but do it anyway. And I always set goals, like Ajay also said. And I see it like when you get in a taxi. You get in a taxi and then you say, please take me to, and then you name an address or a building where you want to go. You don't get in a taxi and you say to the driver, well, take me anywhere, whatever you want. So set a goal.
You need to have a goal. Yeah.
You have to have a goal. And like when you tell the driver to go to an address, maybe he takes the touristic route, but he gets there, or he takes the most fastest route, but he gets there. So if you set a goal on your horizon, you will get there. Maybe it goes like this, the touristic route, or you go like this, but when you have a goal, you will get there.
Great advice. Thank you so much. Great. And Gabi, what would after 26 years or nearly 26 years in Lifeplus, again, just what advice would you have? What's your top tip?
I would say also make a decision. If you know where you want to go, make a decision and then stick minimum 1 year, because after 1 year you will never stop, because then you know what it is. And listen to the people, they are there where you want to go. Listen to your sponsor. They made maybe mistakes already. You don't need to do the same. You can make others, but you don't need to do the same. And these people are really interested that you get successful, that you get there where you want to go. And this is very important for me. So everyone has a more uplines, more has a team, and maybe 5, 6, 7 uplines. I had only one,
Right.
but you have enough.
Yeah. Superb.
And
Well,
enjoy
Enjoy.
the
Of
thing.
course,
enjoy the
enjoy.
taxi ride, right?
I wrote in my book, if you do something and you are not enjoying, you made a mistake just in the moment.
Right, right. And that's what I said early on. You've all worked incredibly hard. The
Yeah.
difference is you enjoy what you do, and
Always.
you get satisfaction from helping other people to find success. And that's ultimately why we're all on this Zoom tonight, because we want to inspire and inform other people to do it. I'm really excited about what you're all doing with your teams, and I think about what we're doing here. We're focused on top quality products, a low risk income opportunity, and creating a community that is very different and focused on individuals, person to person, but also making the most of the technology available to us today. The fact that, Gabi, you've been with us 26 years, Ajay since 2012, and Mariana since 2020, and we've been making Lifeplus has been around for 33 years this year, and as Ajay said, it really is just the start of our journey. I think we really have got the commitment from Robert Christian and the whole business to focus on the long-term future and to do something special with this business, and actions speak louder than words, and we're seeing action all over the place, so we can be really excited. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your wisdom.
Welcome.
And I'm going to go around the screen for one last final comment, starting with you, Ajay. One last final.
It's something that popped up, I think what Gabi said, I agree completely, and what Marianne said too. I had also bad days. And one thing that I want to really, from the bottom of my heart, say to you, never quit on a bad day. Never quit on a bad day. Because then the mind is not working properly. Feelings are not congruent with who you actually are. Just wait, think, talk, get to the community, and make things happen. Because you can do this.
And everybody can do it, but let me say there are no guarantees of success no matter how long you stay in there. It's about taking advice and following the advice and doing what works, but there are no guarantees with that. So Mariana, any final words from you?
Just enjoy. And when you don't enjoy the things you do, just do a little dance. That helps for me.
How very Dutch. Brilliant. I love that. Skinny dipping, do a little dance.
And do a little dance.
Not at the same. Well, you could do it at the same time. and Gabi, thank you so much again, Gabi, for joining us tonight. I know you've got a lot on your plate at the moment. What are your final words, final thoughts for us tonight?
It was just a word. It's your duty to tell about that. That's true. So if you know Lifeplus, you want to talk about that. That's it.
Right, exactly. Well, listen, thank you all for brightening up our screens this evening and for sharing your words of wisdom and also your inspirational stories. You've done a terrific job. The chat box has been lit up with pink hearts and nice comments. And thank you most of all to everybody for joining us tonight. Where hopefully we'll get the recording of the last inspirational story, power of whatever this thing, power of stories on online soon. We'll hopefully get this recording online in the next couple of weeks as well. And we're going to have the next one of these Zooms towards the end of March. So look out for the information about that one soon. Meanwhile, keep taking their products if you want to. Make the most of the low-risk income opportunity, and most of all, do a little dance, be happy, don't go skinny dipping, and all the best to you. Thank you all very much. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.